Hello, from the last video we did some character movement, coding, and some world map building. So in this video what we're going to do is we're going to add a main menu to our game to start our game. So if you haven't watched the last video, I'll be putting the two videos, the character movement and the map building, in the description. So let's get started. So I have our game now. So the first thing we're going to do is create a new scene. So create, and we're going to select the other nodes and we're going to search for canvas. So canvas layer. So select canvas layer, then going to select the 2D one. So next thing we're going to do is add a node called control. So select it. As you can see, the control, it will be very small, so we're going to fix this by pressing here, and we're going to select the full aspect ratio as we set it, so you can see it will be bigger. Okay, next thing we're going to do, we're going to add a child node to it called margin container node. So margin container, select, and now we're going to resize it, so do like the control one. Okay, next thing, add a child node to it called VBox container. So VBox container, we're going to select it, and next thing we're going to do, we're going to go to the margin container, we're going to inspect theme override constant, and now we're going to set some margin. So the default is off, so we're going to add some value to it, 70 and 90. Okay, as you can see, nothing has changed, but if we press on the VBox container, you can see that our VBox is inside the margin. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to the VBox container and add our label. Okay, we're going to change the label to title. This will be the title of our menu. So here is the text. You can write anything. So we'll call it New Game 101. Okay. By setting the label, you can go to the theme override. Then there are many settings you can set. So color, fonts, font size, and style. So font size you can download and import it to here. So we're going to change the font size to 80. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to run our scene. So don't forget to save. I'm going to save this as a menu. Okay. We're going to run our scene. Okay, as you can see now, our scene run and our title shows. So that's good. Next thing we're going to do is to add buttons. So in this video I will add two buttons. It's the play game and the exit. So first button we're going to call it start. Okay, then you can just copy and paste. Okay, and just change it to exit. So just rename the buttons, so exit and start. Okay, as you can see, our button is very big because it's resized it to the same size as the margin. So to fix this, we're going to select the alignment, and you can change the position of the buttons. So left, middle, right, or fill. So we're going to use the left one, or the alignment start, for the start and exit. So going to run it. Our button is working. So close. And next thing we're going to do is we're going to move the button. As you can see, the button cannot move because it's inside the margin. So what I like to do is add a margin between the buttons. So to do this, we're going to create a new margin container. So then we're going to drag it between the new game and start, and going to select theme override and just set the margin top. So let's say I do 50. Okay, as you can see, the button will now move down. So I set 100 and just copy and paste between the start and X. Okay, copy and paste and put it in between start and exit and change this to 50. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is going to resize the button. So select the button, then theme override, go to font size, then set the font size. So start and exit. Change 50. Okay. Now we're going to test it. So run the scene. Everything works properly. So close it. And what I like to do is going to remove the box around the button. So to do this, we're going to select the start button and we're going to set all to. So go to start button, we're going to do theme override and style. So going to create a new style box something. So everything. Okay. Now our button will not have a border, a box around it. So we're going to do the same to the exit button. So okay. So we're going to run our scene and press the button. You can see it will be lightly blinking. So next thing we're going to do is going to create a background for it. So go to canvas layer and add a texture. Texture rect. So create it and set it to full aspect ratio. Okay, when we're going to rename it to background. Then we're going to add a texture to it. So go to inspector and load. I have some picture, so I got to use the normal icon. So as you can see, it will be in front, so we're going to move it up and it will be behind. So you can change the picture or you can use the 3D model to make a main, but in this video I'm not going to do that. So we just run it, start and exit. Okay. So next thing we're going to do, we're going to add a script to it. So add a script to the canvas layer. We're going to make our button work now. So delete everything. We're not using it. So we're going to select the button we're going to use. So we start with the start button. We're going to select node, and there are many options to set it. So we're going to set it press. And the signal from the button will be code in the canvas layer. So connect it. As you can see now, there's a function that will be pressed from the button. So do it for the exit. Okay. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to start with the start button. So the start button we're going to write is get 3. And then we're going to change scene. So we're going to change scene to file. I have a file called world. World is the same file that I used for the old tutorial. This one. So we're going to set this one menu. We're going to change the scene into the world. So for the exit, we're going to also do get 3, but change the scene to quit. So quit and save. So we're going to test it. So run our scene. We're going to wrong one. Okay, run the scene, the menu scene. So restart. Okay, we're going to start with the exit button. Press it. Okay, as you can see now, it will be exiting the app. So going to start. As you can see now, it changed the scene to the game that I made. So that should be it for this video. So the thing you can do is, instead of a background, a 2D background, you can make as a 3D with movement. So maybe in the next video I'll be having a tutorial how to do it. So instead of the 2D background, you can use a 3D model of your game to set it as a main menu. So for example, I just delete this and just set the whole background into a scene from the game. So maybe the next video I will be showing you how to do that. That's it for this video. So see you next time in the next video.